like how the collective 100,000+ people solely
What the hell, dude? No!
Hey.
Oh yeah. Hey, what's going on, Shank? Doing Nana?
Nothing much?
You sure you know?
So I learned I'm the Godfather.
You're the Godfather?
Is that so?
Apparently a long time ago, about 15 years ago. Myself and Dundee got paired up for the first $1 million race. Dundee was broke at the time. And against all odds, against 60+ teams, we came in first place, winning $1 million. He told me this
15 years ago.
15 years ago.
Wow.
It wasn't until last week he told me it was the very money that got him out of debt and bought him a nice little yellow house, which was the start of the BBMC. I'm your grandfather, Shang.
Wait, what? I'm not related to D. Oh, you mean in a club sense?
Yeah.
That'd make you like my great-grandfather.
Oh my god, that's great. Nana was my hanger on, so I guess
Wait, no,
we're
great-great-grandfather. What?
such a
I don't
long
know.
ass hanger on generation.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Hope you know I'm gonna call you Grandpa from now on.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's pretty impressive that Dundee's managed to be broke for 15 years. Like at some point, surely he turned his life around.
Oh, no. Hell no. After I think he bought that house, it was like straight back in. I mean, Dundee's always been a debt magnet. You know what I mean? But I feel like that's what's always made him be able to be crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
being able
give
to
a fuck
yeah
about money.
separate
that's
yourself
something that
from
I
cash.
respect. I respect not having the constant drive for cash. I mean, I try to keep above zero, let's just say. But I know when I do have money, I just give it away like water.
In the same way, I don't really care for money all that much.
It's a fucking distraction. You know what I mean?
It really is.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the city is that everyone's got some stupid, silly gimmick to them. And while it's very good, at the end of the day, almost everything boils down to money.
I fucking hate that shit.
You know, I remember everyone walking around wearing G6 uniforms or working senior buns or... Man, that place really fell off at one point, but doing crime or something. And you know what? They're earning fucking pennies.
Yeah.
Doing that shit for hours and hours and hours every single day.
You know, I kind of miss those times. You know, looking back at it, the city felt more like there was more to it. It might have been everyone was broke as shit, right? But I don't know. There's something about it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think, you know, when I first came to the city, I don't know, what was it, 5, 6, 7 years ago, whenever it was. You know, I just had no clue how the world works. And I think I'd only been in the city for about 3 months before the radiation from Sanguine filtered over to the island. And it's so crazy looking back when the city reopened and myself now and seeing how different things are. Because even back then, I could barely stomach being able to do fucking drop off a money bag at another bank. But man, I miss the shit that happened in between. Things were so vulnerable back then. Nowadays, it's completely different. You know, you can make money so much easier.
Oh
back
my
then,
god,
shit, dude, it really felt like you're on edge all the time.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
One fight was enough to fuck you up.
Oh yeah, fucking get absolutely destroyed. I mean, I will say, like, I feel like some of the fine reductions recently, I feel you can start to see people being a little bit more relaxed. Compared to like
really
a month or so ago.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'd be interested in seeing if crime has like increased since then. I don't know if that's a stat you can check.
PD tried to infer that when I did like a beta test.
Yeah, I just don't believe it.
I don't think it's changed. I think it actually went down. I'm going to be honest with you.
Here's the thing. If you push someone into a corner and all they're good for is doing crime, like myself, I'm not fucking good at doing G6 or whatever.
No.
I'm going to do crazy as shit. I'm going to put lives more at risk than before. If I know, okay, this fight ain't going to be that bad, I won't pull up my gun and start blasting someone who pissed me off, like Mason Dixie.
Oh, may that man rest in fucking piss.
Oh, no, we're near the beach.
Yeah, no one's going to miss him.
Brother, you have no idea how much of a headache I got over that Mason shit.
Like the court case?
I know, me banning his burial down here. Wait, I didn't tell you this?
No.
Brother, when you get a chance, look at the docket. I learned he was getting buried, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? Over the next 4 hours, my legal team put together like a 5-page document banning his burial in Los Santos County and preventing a processional. And it may, to the PD, it seemed petty. For me, it was a matter of principle. You know, this guy had a journal saying, documenting, I don't know, do you know this?
Yeah, we know about that.
I knew about the journal. I did not read it, but I got told that he had photos of me in my underwear.
He
what?
I read the journal. He was stalking you, writing down, oh, I saw he was here, he was there, he's not here now, he's there now, yada yada. Yeah, I'm with Shang. We're by the seaside houses. Yeah.
I only got a glimpse of this shit, and it enraged me. I'm like, bro,
what the fuck is that, Benny?
Oh shit.
My bumblebee.
I heard this shit and I'm like, no fucking shot. Are we gonna allow law enforcement in this county to be giving him a processional, let alone giving him
a on duty, and he didn't.
Exactly. It's fucking insane.
Nino, that was their entire argument. Is that even while he was doing that shit, he was still a cop. As if he wouldn't be fined within a minute if they found out, okay, he's supposed to be hunting someone.
It is.
That's the craziest thing for me. Even in the fucking court, they still claimed he's a cop.
He reported it stolen 3 days prior. He had the gun he reported stolen on his person, trying to kill you with it.
Bro, it gets even worse than that. There's shit that I know that it's all supposed to. I requested a global FOIA, which means all the records are going to be posted out on City Hall. Because the thing is, like, how do you, as a member of the police department, know this? Which, by the way, the high command hid it from all the other cops.
I missed the text, Benny.
So they didn't even tell the other cops what he did. So imagine all these cops that, understandably, they're going to know you guys do crime, right? But it's different that they have all these police officers roaming the streets thinking that you just killed him for the sake of killing him, right? And not what this man was trying to do. And then give him a fucking burial with official processions. That's a fucking slap in the face to everybody in the city. You know what I mean? But they ended up burying him
up in Sandy.
Up in Sandy. And they had to move his body separate from the processional. I made him move him into a separate car up to the border before they could continue the processional. I was like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, I can tell you that when I was chief of police, I would not have let anyone like that on my fucking force. That's just crazy. I would have thrown him into the water. I would have told him that sharks can have him.
Well, I put a line in there. I gave him options, right? I said, A, do what they ended up doing. B, they could bury him privately. Because if it's private, it's whatever, right? Because it's not official law enforcement, right? With a fucking parade. But number 3, they could bury him in the sewer where he belongs. It's in the fucking thing.
Bro, they should
Yeah.
just fucking left him there.
Oh my
The
god.
worst part is,
They didn't
I
even
was
go looking for him right away.
I
They were
was
more
the one-
concerned with us.
I was the one who put the 911 out to say his body's down there. Cause at the end of it, I was so confused. He still hadn't told us very much. I didn't know what the fuck he was doing. I thought for a time maybe he's undercover or something. And I even let them know where the body
crazy.
was. They did not give a single shit. He was down there for like an hour and a half.
Yep.
Bro, what the fuck?
They were more concerned with us than their dying officer.
That is cooked. For what it's worth, Turner immediately backed the decision. You know what I mean? Because he didn't know about a lot of these details, but as soon as it hit his desk, he was like, you know, it kind of clicked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they tried to hide it on purpose.
It's fucking
They
disgusting.
did. Anything they say is a fucking lie. I was in a talk with the marshals because the marshals took over the case, and I can't remember which officers were involved. It was like basically Tweedledee and Tweedledum Funk. Well, like, oh well, he's still a cop, so maybe we don't know what he was thinking at the time. Motherfucker, what does it matter? He was not on duty with a stolen gun that he himself reported stolen.
Bro, the mental gymnastics someone has to like jump through to like think that, you know what I mean? The guy's in the midst of trying to commit murder, and y'all defended yourself. Oh yeah, but he was a cop. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, the whole thing's fucked.
Cop tries to kill a civilian. Well, then it's just the cop. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
I don't suppose you've, not for a quick topic change or anything, but I don't suppose you've heard through the grapevine about ADMC's drama, have you?
I believe I saw sprinkles of it before I flew out on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But
Well, I was trying to get a hold of you, I think on Friday to talk about it, but
yeah.
Man, if I could whistle, I'd be whistling right now. That shit is so fucked. So essentially we had a missing leader who got kidnapped by a cartel. And he wasn't very active before that, but the club ran fine. But now it was 2 months without seeing him. And then we found out he was kidnapped. And so we wanted to obviously make sure that he was okay and get him back. And we had the second in command, the ex-second in command, before it was me, was named Sean McQuillan. And I thought that they were planning something. I didn't know what it was. I had a feeling that Sean wanted to take over. I didn't expect it to go the way this did, but I knew that he had something planned. I knew that they weren't very fond of Barry. And so they had a vote while he was kidnapped, which was, should Barry Benson step down from the ADMC? And 7 people raised their hands. One of them was a fucking prospect, basically on hang around, so he can go die. But the rest of them were all patches.
Yeah.
Which means they're fully blooded in members. It means they gave blood to the club. And when you do that, if you get blooded into ADMC, you do it keeping in mind that when you leave the club, you will be blooded out. And obviously that is to shoot them in the fucking head. There's no other way out.
Rightfully so.
And most people don't like being shot in the fucking head, but again, it is an oath you take. So anyways, this fucking Snake McQuillan decides, well, fuck it, I'm gonna go start my own group when Barry came back. Because of these concerns that they had of me and Barry. They didn't like my leadership, they didn't like Barry's.
They didn't like his tone.
Yeah, well, they said I had an aggressive tone. And that's
you or Barry?
Me. And
you
fact,
had
one member
said
that my tone was so scary that she didn't feel safe to be around me by herself.
Member of the 1% MC. thing, by the
1%
way.
terrorist
just saying.
organization.
What the fuck?
Someone who is supposedly a part of a 1% MC was scared of a little tone.
She said that she was too scared to be around me by herself because I was too emotional, and that ever since I spoke to her, let me just put this in perspective.
You're the superior, though.
I spoke to her once with a curious tone. I will say it was kind of aggressive sounding, but she screamed at me, and I said, "What the fuck did you just say to me?" And ever since then, she was just like,
I
nope,
was
nope,
there.
he's
He wasn't
dangerous.
that bad. It wasn't anything crazy.
Oh.
Like, listen, you know, maybe you probably wouldn't see it very much, you know, but you have to be a leader sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Sometimes you have to take a
mayor.
fucking tone with people.
Brother, you
I'm not
should have
saying
heard
you in
how I
particular,
spoke
I'm
to
just saying with this
Serenade the
group.
other day. Trust me, you hear
Yeah.
my angry voice, it causes, it starts shit.
She,
Like, I get it. Yeah, like, I mean, if
She
it's like
decides,
real serious shit, you know what I mean?
this is once. I think I'd spoken to her. Listen, Benny, Nana, you guys can probably attest this. I'm probably the calmest fucking leader in this club.
You're a calm
The
person.
only times I get intense are when we're dealing with other groups. I very rarely ever get angry at the club. I'll tell them they're fucking morons. I mean, both of
Yeah.
you have heard me tell you that several times, I'm sure.
Mhm.
Not
I don't
on
think
you.
you've ever said it to me.
But other groups is different. Anyways, in this,
Yo,
in this
that's
case, we're a fucking
crazy.
war. So I'm trying to make sure we didn't get destroyed in this war.
Mm.
I said, go grab the money from the box. She says, no!
Literally, like a blood-curdling scream.
Yeah.
No!
I thought she was dying. I thought that a bear had broken into our clubhouse and was feasting on her innards. So I
What
said,
the fuck?
what did I say? I said, did I say who said that to me?
You literally just said, did you just say no to me? Those were your exact words. You simply said, did you just say no to me? You didn't even sound angry. You just sounded stern.
Bro, it was so fucked. So anyways, yeah, so I heard that they had a meeting. I was not at the meeting. I wish I was, but you know, I'm not usually in the city on Saturday.
Bro,
and
this is
they had the
I'm
meeting
so
then.
glad I stayed up for
And
this.
a whole lot of complaints about my tone were brought up by that person, and then Ivy Grayson, who, I mean, that entire family bloodline is just filled with fucking morons, dude. She's got like, she's basically her family's basically Johnny Sins in the city. They're basically Johnny Sins. She's a fucking
Johnny
sister
Sins.
who's,
That sounds so familiar.
yeah. She's basically. You got a sister who's like an astronaut, and a sister who's a judge, and a sister who's a cop, and a sister who's
Oh,
an
yeah,
MC,
yeah, yeah,
and-
yeah, 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 yeah.
Anyways, so at this meeting, one of my members makes a video about me where he is very upset that I shot at locals. Because, you know, that's the worst thing you can do in this fucking city, is shoot down a bunch of locals.
Mm.
And then some other complaints where he levied that I killed Barry while Barry was kidnapped. Just by the way, then took a bunch of photos in my house with blood in it, taking a selfie with TJ Walker, who is, I don't know if I'm hallucinating, but apparently he's a fucking ghost.
No. The motherfucker's been faking his death. I ran into him up in Polito the other day.
I heard that he joined the guild.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He's a member of the guild now. So, anyways, they make this video. Again, I'm not present at this meeting. I can tell you that things would have gone very differently if I was. Then at the end of it, it comes out that about a third of the club wanted Barry to step down.
Yeah, just real quick. You said something about like photos and blood. Were you saying that they tried to make it seem like you killed Barry?
They tried to use a scene to make it appear that I killed Barry. Yeah.
Shang
Before he came back?
cut his hand or whatever,
Yeah.
and there was some blood in his house, and then they took pictures and basically made it sound like they were basically accusing and making it sound like they thought that Shang killed Barry or hurt him somehow.
Yeah.
What the
This
fuck?
is
All right.
they were let into the house by TJ Walker. It was a ghost. Or he's faked his death. I don't know. But he ghostly led them into the house, which is just a lot of fun to deal with.
Jesus.
But anyways,
Also didn't tell anyone for hours about it either, I'm pretty sure, no?
no, they didn't say anything. They thought I killed Barry and then didn't say anything about it. I could have been fucking dead. I could be fucking dead. They didn't call me or anything. This is my club, by the way. The level of what we expected from a member. Anyways, it turns out that one day we wake up and we find out Tally, who's a member of ours, got held up. She got held up by, and I quote, Ivy Grayson and Sophie Sanders, 2 members of ADMC.
Sophie
They went through
Sanders.
every single one of our properties and combed it clean. Like little fucking like they're a whale eating plankton. They're basically fucking cockroaches. They went through all our properties and took everything for themselves. All our money, all our guns, all our medication.
What?
They took, dude. They're such little fucking rats that they took half-used repair kits. That's the level of shit. They took our fucking Buckcoin. They took our storages in the furniture box. They took random pieces of furniture. Yeah, they emptied out our gang fund. So I mean, you know, Sophie was the fucking treasurer basically of ADMC.
Mm-hmm.
They basically, I got a call from Dex saying, dude, they should have taken the walls. That's how bad it was.
Oh my god! Not actually, right?
No, not actually. It'd be good.
You
to
know,
see
he
him
took
again, but,
my fucking. You know, he used to grow weed in my house. Back in the day, motherfucker did take the walls.
Really?
Yeah, no, that's a true story. Fucking guy was selling fucking bricks outside a house. Like we, you know, this is like we're talking like I was one of the first purchases of a house for my thing. Right, I had to make car parts. Right, run a mechanic shop.
Yeah.
It becomes my roommate. I'm letting him grow weed. Didn't know this originally. I'm like, fuck it. You know, do your thing. Next thing you know, I'm getting fucking phone calls. Hey, Nino, we're looking out for you. You living with Dex? Because the motherfucker's selling weed right outside the front door. I'm like, what the fuck? I tell the guy to move out. All the walls, the floor is missing. There's like fucking holes everywhere. It's a true
told
story.
Him to move out, and he left with the house.
He fucking left with the
He said, if I can't take the fucking house, I'm taking everything.
Jesus.
Bro, Nino, the worst part
anyway,
is here.
yeah.
The worst part is about all this is that they fucking blanked out to do this. They blanked out and they asked Hades for help. They got help from Perez from Hades to do this, which apparently caused a whole bunch of shit in Hades and some kind of split that.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
So I said there's no ways Benji would be okay with this. I called Benji, found out that Benji was not okay with it, but Ray was.
Brother.
And so Benji didn't want to be in a group with them anymore.
Holy shit. Wait, so you're not kidding about like taking everything. I thought you kind of like.
Dude, they blacked out. Did it at a time when no ADMC were ever awake. This was like what, 4 or 5 hours after AU tsunami, and they took every fucking thing. They could have walked in naked. They literally could have walked in
Nobody
fucking
would have thought
naked.
anything.
And they could have helped themselves to all their guns. Instead, they wanted to do some fucking epically planned heist, which involves them just walking into the house and helping themselves to every single fucking box. They just walked in with their pants and cut. Nobody would have blinked.
All this has been. See, I heard the Ray shit earlier, but he didn't mention all this. Oh my. Okay, you're gonna like this. You know what his new crew's called?
I've heard something about it being called like Habibi MC.
No, it's called Exodus. And I was giving him shit. I'm like, it sounds like a fucking emo band. Like, what the fuck? Exodus? Like, what are you, a metal band? Now I continue to fuck with him, and I'm like, so you're calling yourself X did this because of the shit that happened with him and the company? And now I'm hearing this, and I'm like, yo, X did this, the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when his fucking house, like, I mean, it's all fucking tied together.
Yeah, no, I'd love to hear JP's take on robbing someone. I mean, look, dude, at least he took it out of like one fucking property, right? These guys went through 5 or 6 different properties, helped themselves to everything.
Nah.
Bro, I wish I was shitty. They must have taken around 10 mil, I'd say. Between $8 and $10 million worth of shit. Just gone. It's not the hugest amount of money. Don't get me wrong, it's not a massive amount. But that is a fuck ton of time spent doing that shit.
But I'd lose that amount any day to weed out the snakes.
100% was worth it.
Yeah.
Pay it again if I had to.
Oh,
But
okay. That's probably her then.
But yeah, so then I called Benji because I just thought there's no ways Benji would be okay with this, especially after the X shit, man. Like people don't forget this kind of thing, right? Like you might forget what happened, but you won't forget how you felt about it. And Benji said he wasn't cool with it at all, and then went on to say, I gave a choice to Perez: either you give the shit back to ADMC that you stole, or you leave. And Perez chose to leave. Dude left his own gang over a house heist.
I'm so fucking confused. This is like, listen, me and Ray, like, we've known each other for a minute. I don't understand why the fuck he would back this. I mean, he remembers what the fuck happened to him.
I don't know if he fully backed it or if he just had to. Someone coming in a pink car. I don't know if he fully backed it or if he
Ray will always back Perez. That is
like he just backed his boy kind of thing after he found out.
Ray would never leave Perez behind. He
Yeah, but
wouldn't be able to function without Perez.
I feel like, well, that might be true. Like, I feel like that's when you gotta backhand your boy and be like, "What? You fucking come to your fucking senses."
He would never.
Jesus.
Yeah, so that was a lovely thing to wake up to. They're making their own group. They got a house here in Vespucci. They claim it as their turf. I don't know if Hades will be okay with that, but
these houses over here, you mean like down that way?
Down there by Sam Bass's old house.
Oh my god. Oh, Sam Bass's. Yeah.
It's right next to the hairdresser.
Jesus. That's got me fucked up.
Bro, it was I got no fucking words. So now we're technically at war with them, but they're hiding all day and all night. That's all they do. We've barely seen them since then. So they stole all our shit, and they're maybe like awake an hour or two every couple days.
They're not gonna last long. That's for sure.
Bro, they're fucking. I wouldn't blame them if they don't last long.
Yeah, they already used to bump heads. I can imagine as a group, just their own group now.
It's like an Ouroboros of being a fucking moron. That's it. It's just a giant circle jerk of thinking that you're the smartest person in the room, and all of them are like that.
You know, I feel like
they're literally like the Hardy Boys from South Park. They're literally like the Hardy Boys from South Park. They're like, oh my god, that's such a good take. I have such a good clue. And they do that to each other. And they're like, oh no, yours is way better than mine. Mine's way better than yours. That's all they do. It's basically a circle of sucking dick.
I feel like as long as they continue having the same mindset they have right now, I feel like they could potentially hold out for a while purely because they all fucking put Sean up on this giant pillar and fucking worship the man like he's some sort of fucking god. The only reason why it'll work is if they continue with that same mindset where they just fucking worship that man.
I'm still fucking mind blown. First off, that people are actually backing this. Because look, I may wear like a suit and tie and shit like that, but my ass is from the streets. You know what I mean? And that shit don't fly. I don't give a fuck like if they're in your crew or not. You don't trust someone like that ever again. I'm very disappointed with Ray for indirectly backing it, quite frankly, because that, like you said, it's some fucking ratty shit. I mean, especially if it's happened to you before, you know, it's just like, how do you trust someone like that? You know? It's like, how does anybody trust them to live near anybody? Right? And didn't you all like fucking help Sean out like with some shit like 2 months back?
Oh, he was the VP. I've taken his spot.
Shang was doing his job anyways.
But
oh, fucking Jesus Christ.
But I mean, he had, you know, the dude regularly gets like these massive fucking warrants. And obviously, we're down to send it no matter what to protect our members. And we do it without complaint. I think with him, it went to an extreme level of, okay, it's like week 53 of having murder warrant number 2. And we have like, I don't know, whatever that team was that used to bust people pushing weed. Basically, we had a bunch of Terminators. What is it? Terminator response team. They just send in like 4 guys in SWAT gear.
TRT?
Yeah, those guys. And yeah, they just send those guys in. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess we just won't leave our block.
Oh my god.
They basically send in a bunch of T800s. That's how it feels. They're just like, okay, well, let's just send in these dudes who have like fucking metallic sheets and shit on them. But
Fucking.
yeah, so just, dude, the whole thing is just so fucked from start to finish.
That is
That's
that is
the
fucking
tea.
wild.
We blotted out almost all of them at this point. We're just missing Sean.
Oh, maybe he's waiting to get in the car. You know, we gotta chase him around. The...
Yeah, no, he's happy. He's happy in his house. That unfortunately for him, we don't have keys to that one. More than happy to fucking heist us. They didn't even own it, by the way. They tried to lie about it afterwards. You know that? They didn't want to own up to it, which is something that I just feel like, even if
To
you do
you or
crime
to
and shit
him?
like that, to all of us, to the city, to us,
Yeah.
to... they took a little while to come to terms with what they did, I suppose. Maybe they were trying to get their story straight. But they wanted to try and deny it at first. Yeah.
I don't know what to make of this. What So wait, how did you find out if they didn't go up to it?
No. We had one member who. Give me a sec. Hey, I'm sitting chat with Nino. I'll call you back in a sec.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. What's the name?
Tally was
Tally, yeah.
farming when they went in just try and steal more shit. So they did rock up on her and held her up.
So they held her up. Yet, and so therefore, y'all obviously know they did it. Yet they don't want to own up to it.
They didn't want to claim it as a group.
They're pussies.
Because they're a bunch of pussies. They took a day or two to probably speak amongst each other and be like, okay, let's just say we didn't. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, we were trying to call them and get a hold of them. One of them took their mask off when they confronted Tally, so we knew for a fact it was them. We're like, well, someone fucking mind controlled them. The idea of your own group robbing you was just something I struggled to even comprehend. Anyways,
No,
it took me like a day
it's
to
fucking
really
crazy.
Fucking believe it. Dude, I'm telling you, they combed everything.
Broken repair.
They took the fucking repair kits. They took the fucking materials.
What is it over again?
For no fucking reason, because they didn't like Shang.
That's it.
They didn't like
Yep.
Shang, and
Yep,
Barry
that's
was
pretty
a
much the main
quote-unquote
reason.
Absent leader. Now, mind you, the whole point of a high command structure, having a VP, high command, is so that when the PM isn't around, those people take care of it. And
Yeah.
who was the one taking care of it while Barry was away handling his own business, and then when he was also kidnapped? Shang and Edbert, not the VP who is supposed to be doing it. He didn't do fuck shit all.
my
He was
God.
also absent.
Bro,
Never made his presence known to anybody.
that is fucking.
They had all these problems that they brought up at this meeting that I was not a part of. They didn't want to tell people their problems. Sophie was the one who said, well, I'm not going to bring it up to him because I'm afraid that he'll shoot me or something. So I said, just call me on the phone then or something. But no, instead they all got together and made a Dear Shang video. I mean, I'll probably send you the video, if you want to watch it. It's really fucking
Wait,
funny.
I'm sorry. What's
It's,
in the video?
It's a whole list of complaints
It's
that people had about me.
literally just a video of them trying to shit talk Shang, basically.
They called for Barry to step down.
You're a
and-
fucking gang.
It was a 20-minute long video, by the way.
It was 20 minutes long, first of all. I had
20
selfies in my fucking house with a ghost. Not only that, we're more than a gang. We're 1% MC. And
Yeah.
the worst thing that they're worried about is, oh my god, this guy had an aggressive tone. Dude, Silas had a problem with me shooting locals. He said that it was too extreme.
Oh, wait. What?
Silas was in the club.
Oh, yeah, Silas
Oh,
is
yeah, I've known
secret
that
member
for a
of
minute.
ours. Yeah.
It's not
I think
that
a lot of people kind of had ideas.
If they
Bro,
thought
yeah.
Yeah,
Shang
he cited
shooting
me
a couple
as-
locals was a bad thing, they wouldn't have wanted to see my fucking vans that I had back in the day. I had fucking vans on vans on vans full of human body parts because I found it just fun to go fucking harvesting locals back in the day.
The video is one of the
They thought he
funniest
was
things
bad.
I've ever seen. It really, really is.
Could have used one of those arms nowadays.
So you
A lot of the shit wasn't even correct.
so you shot a local, and there was issues with that.
So I don't know what Silas was doing, but I got pissed off with this local at the lighthouse who kept walking into me. So I pulled out my gun and I shot him down. I'm gonna shot 2 of them down because you know, gone in pairs and all that. And he somehow saw that. He must have been watching the lighthouse or something. And then he cited it as I'm making a sacrifice to some god or something.
Oh,
When,
that fucking hocus pocus shit.
So then I explained to him that wasn't the case at all. And he still has a problem with me shooting locals. I don't know for certain if that's what it was, but the problem with a lot of people who had these issues is that, once again, every single room they walk into, they think they're the smartest one in it. That's pretty much it. They refuse to even comprehend the idea that they could be wrong. Doesn't matter how many times you spoke to them or anything like that. They will just constantly claim that. So yeah, we're 1% MC, just by the way. And the worst thing that they've came up with for disliking me was that I spoke with an aggressive tone once. I spoke to her with an aggressive tone once.
We live in San Andreas. A fucking aggressive tone is pretty fucking normal. Over some serious shit.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
It is the wildest fucking shit ever.
Oh my fucking
But I
god.
could tell you the amount of things that I've been through in the back of the BBMC days. All of those people that raised their hand wouldn't have even lasted.
Brother, Dundee was on a permanent aggressive tone.
I know. We really came into the city trying to say we're gonna do it different than BBMC did.
Oh,
but
you
it
guys are
kinda
very
showed
different.
us-
Let's be honest.
Yeah, it kind of showed why a lot of that shit does work and why a lot of it doesn't.
But
it's just fucking crazy. So
yeah.
I don't know. All that shit went down. They were super upset. They decided, I'm gonna leave instead of owning up to anything. And now they've started their own group. I can't remember what the name was. Like the dogs.
Chihuahuas.
Yeah, they're basically lap dogs. Oh, the hounds. Sorry.
The perrito wawaus.
Just a bunch of fucking
That's what I'm gonna call
chihuahuas.
them.
I mean, you know, blessing in disguise in some ways. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
good riddance.
exactly that. You know, the rats are out, house is clean. They may have taken a little crumbs, not like you can't build up. But that stain that they're gonna walk with is gonna last forever.
Yeah, they thought they were doing something by doing all that, but if honestly, the club is stronger than it ever has been, in my opinion.
That's the worst part. They didn't even attack like the next day.
Nope.
No, they took the shit and
They didn't
went
get us
to
while we
sleep
were
for,
weak. Yeah.
They went to sleep for a fucking week, waited until they saw 1 or 2 of us awake, put 6 together, and we still wiped them.
Jesus.
I sacrificed myself.
Yeah, Shang tripped. He
I
tripped in the
absorbed the
laundry room.
bullets that were going towards Nana. And so I went down valiantly. And I almost died.
I had to
Terrifying
go and
experience.
just blow everybody's back out with my pump.
What the fuck, Benny?
What?
Speaking of pumps, you know, I do have something else to tell you. Now that all the shit's going down, this is also probably something you're well aware of, but
You good?
I don't have it on me. But if you ever need any shotgun or anything, we're the Connect.
This one?
Yeah.
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 I appreciate that. Would it blow your mind if I've known for like maybe 2 months now?
No, I figured you would.
Some people aren't very good at being very sly about what they have access to.
No, I got a call from someone saying Charlie was talking loudly on the phone about making shotguns.
Oh my god.
Oh, for...
Wait.
Oh, sorry, not making shotguns, for needing materials for shotguns.
Oh my god.
It was someone like that, and I said, "Oh, dude, the whole fucking city's gonna know about it within like a couple days. It doesn't matter." It was about plausible deniability to some extent, but
she's great. I fucking love Tali.
no, Tali is great.
She's great. She's just like, you know, every person. We all have our flaws.
Damn, it's like that. I think she's got ambition, which is hard to come by. To be honest.
No, she is. She's genuinely one of our best. I mean, I don't say that easily, but She does talk probably as loudly as I do, so I can't really blame her. But yeah,
No.
I knew that people knew about her within like fucking I don't know, a couple days.
It's
So
I used to be in the game a long time ago, and long time back. I mean, and then I kind of was in and out for some time. But I mean, like, what I learned a long time back was it's the little bits that when people start talking, they can put the bits together, and then all of a sudden they know what's going on. You know what I mean? It's how to keep a secret in San Andreas.
Ridiculous.
Not wrong.
yeah. So we we've not fully recovered from everything we've lost because they took a metric fuck ton of assault rifles, which obviously really fucking expensive these days. But
You need some more?
well, if you got bullpups, yeah.
You know, the great thing about being mayor is, you know, I have a little black book that's got numbers. So,
Oh really?
yeah, I can get you connected with somebody.
Fucking hell. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you could, that would be sick.
Yeah.
We're looking for apparently bullpup Mark II is the only gun worth using. That's what I was told by besties a couple days ago. I don't know if
It's
it's
not
true or
the.
not.
I thought it was the heavies.
No, Flippy said that some gremlins came in and changed the caliber to like 0.9 mil instead.
Jesus.
Something like that. Apparently it shoots pellets now instead of bullets.
Yeah, the AKs that they were using the other day, none of them really penetrated my vest. So
Mm. Okay.
they fucked me up, bruised all over, but yeah, they didn't stand a chance when I got close to them with the pump.
All right.
Damn, man, I'd fucking appreciate it.
Yeah. No guarantee for sure, but there's two numbers I can call. I'll give them a ring. Say, give this number a call. If you can send some stuff your way. And
All right, sick. Yeah, if you have any questions about the ADMC shit, just let me know. We're actually a very open book about what happened, just because I feel like what happened is so fucked in terms of it's some of the worst shit you can do in the city. So I don't really feel like it needs to be hidden. It's not really business
100%
of the gang
agree.
at this point.
You don't want
Because
someone else
dude,
to
like
get fucked
everyone's
by
gonna
something
be
like that.
interacting with them. Everyone's gonna be
100%.
interacting with them at some point. You may as well know that. Yeah, motherfuckers, let this guy into your group, and the dude's probably gonna house heist you when he's upset about something.
Jesus.
Imagine that.
Sean.
Imagine that. Yeah. Let's bring this person who house heisted his lost group into our group. Oh, and then ran away from a blood out.
Which I guarantee you he's gonna black out for and try to outrun us the whole
Oh,
time.
100%.
Oh, McQuillan. He hasn't been blooded out?
Yeah.
No.
He's the last one. But also, if he
I'm
talks to
so
you,
fucking confused, brother. Like, back at... I did. How you running away from a... You're already out. You're already out. Why are you running from getting blooded out? Do you still want in? Is that what it is?
Dude, it's so fucking pathetic because especially since we I spoke to him less than a month ago, and we both said to each other that if the time came, we'd face up to it. There was a time when even I like maybe not even 2 weeks ago, I thought, yeah, I'm gonna get shot for this for sure, because I said I can't be in a group with Sean. I don't trust him anymore. And I thought Barry will probably choose Sean over me. I'm gonna get fucking shot. And Barry pinged me somewhere. And I thought, alright, this is my time. And I still fucking turned up. I thought I was gonna die and I still turned up. I didn't give a fuck. I thought that was gonna be my last minute in the city. My last minute in the city is gonna be shot by someone that I've done everything I could to try and help and to save and to build up this fucking group. And I thought, this is gonna be my last moment. I'm gonna be shot by someone that I've warned countless times that you're gonna be betrayed by. And I still turned up. I still went there.
Fuck?
Compare that to fucking Sean who's running away and
Nah.
hiding.
People used to, it's just unimaginable to me. People used to, like, they know they're getting blooded out. They show up to get blooded out. You know what I mean? Like, honor the fucking oath. Because if you can't honor that oath, what oath are you ever going to honor? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, they should be asking themselves that question. right? How are they going to trust each other?
They
Yeah,
don't.
but
They don't. They're joined by mutual hatred, and that eventually will fade away and
Yeah.
be a bunch of morons.
I'm gonna say with that
Jesus.
though, like there's a lot of gangs that actually piss me off with the oaths. The biggest thing is like snitching. Nobody holds true to that shit anymore. Besides, I want to say besides us. The amount of times I heard other gangs snitching and breaking that oath to never snitch is
Like the cops and shit.
yeah, snitching the cops, and it's just
Oh, my God.
kind of dumb.
I'll say obviously we have a blanket ban on snitching, but there are times where you're trying to fight against corruption, and that's our fucking goal, is to stop someone from putting their fucking boot on someone else's neck. That's the most important thing. Sometimes it can help with that purpose, but it's just too much of a gray area. What other groups do is their own concern. But at the very least, I would hope that an ADMC, although we're a terrorist organization, 1% MC, we'd have some fucking honor, have a little bit of a spine, some backbone to us, own up to your fucking actions. I mean, as a club, what are we doing if we do something and don't own it? You know what I did with Mason Dixie? There was not a fucking minute where I didn't claim to do it. I think I tweeted out about it immediately afterwards.
Yeah, I never did understand that. You know what I mean? Where's your message if you're just gonna hide? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Fuck these cunts. If you see them around, let me know. I'd love to have a word to show myself, and I'll make sure that you can add another number to your black book if you can do anything to help me. I promise. I will have shotguns for you, like that.
I don't need. Listen, what the fuck am I gonna do with merchandise? You know what I mean?
That you can practice on. Who was that guy that ran against you? Oh, Silas. Yeah, you can practice on him. There you go.
I don't think he ever really ran against me. You know what I mean?
I'll be back. I gotta meet Ed at the block. So,
all right.
I'll see you guys. See you, Nino.
See you.
Hey, you take care, Barry.
Call me Barry.
Did I say Barry? I did. What
You did.
the fuck am I saying?
Benny.
See you.
I'm sorry. Benny.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. I appreciate you sharing this with me.
Yeah, of course, man.
Truthfully, just so you know, like if I
know.
do see him around, it's not my business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But making a point not to get in between people's shit, as bad as it is. You know what I mean? It's
Look, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I respect it. Give me 1 sec. Hey, I'm just in a meeting. I'll call you back in a sec. Yes. Yeah. What's ping? All right. Okay. Bye. Yeah. I'll email you the video if you want to watch it.
Oh yes, please.
I think you might enjoy it.
I
It's
think I'm
basically 20 minutes of delusion.
I'm gonna watch this tomorrow. Drinking coffee. I think that's my plan.
Okay.
See what? That's gonna be my plan. I'm gonna sit back, drink some coffee. This fucking sounds exciting.
Dude, it's wild. All with the backdrop of, hey, this is a 1% MC, by the way. Fucking gang in the city.
Jesus.
All right, man. Nino,
All right.
if you ever need anything,
Hey.
just let me know.
Will do. I appreciate you guys.
Help out. Yeah, of
And
course.
hey,
See you later, Mr. Nino.
stay safe.
You as well.
Fucking degenerate rats. I love to.
What the fuck?